everyone. Today we're going to be taking a look at two products, and that's RAAS Pro and FSRealistic. This video is mainly going to look at RAAS Pro, but the situations I will work through do showcase FSRealistic Pro as well. And that adds camera shake and sounds to match the current behavior of the aircraft, which is a huge visual and audible layer of realism for every flight that you do. But back to RAAS, which this stands for Runway Awareness and Advisory System, a software that saves a lot of lives each day. And I take a lot of interest in RAAS because over the last couple of years I've done subcontract work for Honeywell, who makes the real-world RAAS, the SmartRunway, and SmartLanding software. And my role was mainly capturing external 737 simulator footage so they could use it to illustrate what the system does and how it can benefit airliner and business jet companies. And it's been a fun project to be involved in because I was tasked with actually trying to make mistakes rather than not. For example, overrunning a runway, taxiway rejected takeoffs, and just various approach botches that would invoke the RAAS system. So for today's video, I just wanted to run through a few different situations to see if the RAAS system does its job. For the first one, we're going to line up on taxiway Charlie at KSFO, and the system should tell us that we're taking off on a taxiway. And this does really happen. Just a few weeks ago, a 737 crew nearly took off from a taxiway. So let's see how it works.
On taxiway, on taxiway.
Next one, same airport, same taxiway. I want to try to recreate the infamous Air Canada approach where they lined up on SFO's taxiway Charlie and came within a few feet of hitting aircraft that were waiting to take off. Now we should get a notification, but I couldn't get it to fire off. I made 3 different attempts on 2 different taxiways, and the basic RAAS system doesn't have this call out, but this product is based on the SmartRunway and SmartLanding software, so it should have this working. And I can confirm it is listed in the sound settings, so right now it just seems to be an issue of getting it to trigger at the right time. Next is showing on a foggy day how the system will let you know when you're approaching and entering a runway. In this case, I'm just pretending to think we're entering a taxiway, and it's going to let us know we just entered the runway.
Approaching 28 left. On runway 28 left.
Next test is at John Wayne Airport. We're entering runway 20 left, which is the short runway. And we're also making it even shorter by entering from a taxiway further up. And as we enter the runway, the system should let us know the remaining feet or meters, whatever you have set, as we're lining up. Should trigger at about 20 degrees. All of these trigger at about 20 degrees. And if we continue with the rollout, we should receive the short runway advisory.
On runway 20 left, 300 meters remaining. 100 meters remaining. 30 meters remaining.
So it doesn't look like we're getting the short runway advisory, but it is calling out the feet remaining. So I'm going to take it down to the start of the runway to see if it makes a difference. I don't know, maybe starting too far down there, but it should fire it off.
On runway 20, left, 800 meters remaining.
Airspeed alive. 80 knots.
Yeah, it should be letting us know short runway. It's not.
V2.
On taxiway, on taxiway.
Positive rate of climb.
Alright, now let's do an approach on 20 left. Again, we should be hearing the short runway and 2 high callouts. Might even get the unstable one in this case.
300.
But we don't seem to be getting anything about the runway being too short.
Approaching minimums. 200. Minimums.
Sync rate. Sync rate.
50. 30.
Long landing, long landing. 300 meters remaining.
Last 2 clips, I just want to take the landing all the way down the runway to make sure we're getting all the callouts. We're doing it on a short runway and then on the longer runway in San Francisco.
100. 50. 30. 20. 10.
Long landing, long landing. Long landing, long landing.
Nice landing.
600 meters remaining. 300 meters remaining.
Twenty. 10.
Alright everybody, that's going to do it for our tests in this video. Most of it's working, some of it's not. Just really the taxiway stuff and short runway were the main 2 I couldn't get to go. But they are there, they are in the system. It's just something to do with triggering it. And this software does have a lot of settings for runways and airports, so maybe there's something else we could do. But that is RAAS, and that is FSRealistic. Thanks for watching, guys. You take care.
1,200 meters remaining. 900 meters remaining. 600 meters remaining. 300 meters remaining. 100 meters remaining.